What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about everybody's favorite weapon in the game, and that's the judge. Now, what's funny is that people were watching this XSET versus Cloud9 game, and I got sent on the LCQ. This was a little back ago, but it's still relevant to today. People think like, oh, why is Vanity buying the judge? Why does he have a judge? And I just want to tell you, he had the judge for literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. 7 out of the whatever rounds they played on defense. That's over half. I mean, over the half the rounds, they had at least 1 or 2 judges. Yeah, there's some rounds where they have 2 judges. And I'm gonna let this stuff play out. I'm not really gonna talk about the gameplay or anything. I just want to talk about conceptually why the judge is. Why they're using the judge, right? And people think, oh, he's trolling. It's Vanity. He's a little troller guy. You know, he does a little bit of trolling. It's not true. If you take a look at XX's team comp, take a look at their comp. Notice what people usually run on Ascent. They usually run a Killjoy. They usually run a Sky, but they have a Reyna instead of a Sky. They have an Astra, Jet, and a Sova. Now, this is every pretty standard run-of-the-mill, except for the Reyna. Now, I don't like Reyna. I think that she offers little to nothing when it comes to a team setting. And I think if you're picking her, you're kind of throwing. And you're kind of like, I think there's like 2 people in the world who can like run Reyna and get away with it. And that's like Asuna and Tens, like the 2 best fraggers, whatever. But I think that you're just better off picking a Sky because she offers so much utility, right? And what people don't understand is that this judge, like when you sacrifice a Reyna instead of a Sky, it sacrifices a lot of info that you wouldn't otherwise have with the other agent. You know what I mean? Let's think real quick. Take a look at their comp. They don't have a Sky, right? All they have for information is Sova's arrow and Sova's drone. After those 2 things are gone, the only way they are clearing things is a contact-based, let's walk and like fight, because that's what Reyna's built for. She's built for fighting. So because they don't have a Sky or anything, this judge is super useful. Because think about it, like if they're clearing out like catwalk or something, like after the drone is gone, the only way they have to clear out angles is with using their bodies. And when they're using their bodies, what counters clearing things with your bodies? Sitting close quarters with a judge. And it's kind of brain dead. I mean, it's not brain dead, but like if you think about it logically, it counters their comp. That's what counters it. Like if you're gonna sit there and tell me that you're gonna clear every angle by using your bodies and by swinging like clearing every angle, you bet your ass I'm sitting close with the judge, because after like Reyna is essentially your Sova drone now. It's like your Skydog, right? And without it, like in order to like play off your Skydog, you want to have somebody there to trade it out, like trade off of it. But if your Reyna gets judged, you're probably going to die as well, because it's extremely hard to like clear effectively, because it's something it's something you don't expect, and 2, it's just very awkward to clear. And notice like the round 7-8 before, Vanity full bought with the judge, and people thought he was trolling. He's not really trolling, guys. Like it counters what they're trying to do with their Reyna. Granted, it doesn't pop off and get a bunch of kills. I don't know if that's like props to XSET for trying to sniff out the judge. I don't think they were. I think it was just luck. There was one round where they did pop off with it, but I'm gonna bring you to that round real quick. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna bring you to that round, and then I'll talk about it. All right. So imagine you're playing the LCQ. Your team is down 11-12. You need 1 round to push it to OT, right? And your teammates both have judges. I just think this is really funny. I don't know what the economy situation looks like, but I just think it's hilarious that their OT round, like the push OT, whatever you want to call it round, is like they buy 2 judges. And I want to talk about a couple setups to do that I think you guys could emulate in your games. So I'm going to play this out. I'll pause it before the action happens. But so Killjoy uses the judge here, and so does Vanity. So a pretty good setup that they use is that they throw their turret here on this box, and it gets first contact on anybody peeking this A main area, giving the Killjoy the okay to, swing, right? And then also, look at this drone. The drone is being used right now. They are not going to have anything else to clear out angles later in the round. Keep that in mind. Okay, so that's one setup, right? So like the turret takes contact, Killjoy swings, get a bunch of kills with her judge. It's super aids. Same thing on B main. She did it the previous round, but I'm not going to show you. She puts her turret here, gets first contact here. Or like they'll see the turret before they see her standing on this angle, getting ready to judge them. So it's a couple setups you could use. I think they're pretty strong. But notice they don't have anything to clear out this judge. They don't know what judge is awaiting them behind this smoke, right? So it looks like they're going XS going into an A split. Killjoy still has her setup. Sova's the only one in A main, but still, I'm just gonna let it play out. They're fighting. Leaf is fighting for this catwalk control. They die. Oh, and Mitch of course, got his judge kill. Swings out, gets one. It's just hard to clear. You don't expect it, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm going up against a judge, and then you die. And then, like I said, notice how in mid they don't have, like, they can't really clear out this Astra. Like, it's just really annoying. And it works for them, man. Like, they got a couple kills. If they went into like a more traditional A split, I guarantee you Mitch would have been good for like 1 or 2 or 3, or like if they send a bunch up mid, they would have been good for a whole bunch. But it works. I mean, they don't pull out the judges in their overtime rounds. Granted, because I guess they want to, switch things up. They don't want them to expect judges every round. But it's still really good. Yeah, it's just really good. I think that the judge really isn't troll. They're countering their team comp. That's what they're doing, and it worked, obviously. And there was other rounds where they got kills with it, but like I just want to tell you guys that when you're going up against a team comp, like think to yourself, okay, what can I do that counters them? And could it work? Like it could seem troll, sure, but like it's not. So the judge is a good weapon. You should pick it up more often. And yeah, it's kind of scummy, kind of cheesy, but dude, if it wins you the game, man, I mean, more props to you. Okay, and that's how you counter judges, by the way. You counter them with utility. Like, that's how you usually want to counter them. Like, you let the Sova drone go up a little farther so that you can follow up and take the space, and then the drone is the first thing that gets, that gets judged, not your body. So, well, I hope you guys learned something from this. I know I did. Pick up the judge more often, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.